With just shy of 30 million Instagram followers, our next speaker is the most followed social media influencer by millennials in her home country of Indonesia. There she's best known as an actress, but the role that is closer to her heart is that of UNICEF key delegate and philanthropist. How can you use a massive social media following to affect massive social change? Please welcome, in conversation with Times' Feliz Solomon, Prilly latuconsina. But first, let's watch a quick video.
Yakin belum ngerasain apa-apa di rumah ini. Kita harus gimana sekarang?
Gue harus tanya teman-teman gue, Ki. Ril, kenapa lo? Prilly, foto barunya? Boleh. Cantik banget. Hair boris minyak zaitun. Ku mau biskuit selainnya nempel di hati ini.
Cocok banget.
Cara aku menjaga kesehatan aku di tengah aktivitas yang bisa dibilang padat dan nggak ada libur ini ya. Nah, aku itu kemarin kebetulan udah vaksin kanker serviks atau vaksin yang untuk mencegah virus HPV. Hai semuanya, ayo buka change.org/cegah kanker serviks dan isi petisi kalian. Tujuannya agar pemerintah bisa. Oh, oke.
Hello, I'm Feliz Solomon from Time Magazine. I'm here with Prilly latuconsina. As someone with a lot of influence among a mostly young following, Prilly will speak with us today about how she uses her social media presence to promote positive social change. Thanks very much for being here.
Thanks for inviting me over. It's an honor for me to be here.
Could you start by describing for us what it means to be an Indonesian millennial and what impact social media has had on your career?
So, to date, around 90 million of Indonesia's total population are millennials, and it makes up around 35% of the whole nation, and probably the majority of active internet users. So, with the rapid development in so many aspects of people's life, including digital, the voice of millennials are finally mattered. We are considerably more open-minded and proactive in expressing our opinions. And I think it's the same in other countries where our generation are going through a period where access to information is very, very easy. And with all various platforms that we have right now, it's also easier for us to share our creativity. And this put us as probably the most important generation, not only as target customers, but also potential business owner, promising talent and actors in my industry also considered to be key age group of voters in our political election. And for social media, I believe social media plays an important role in so many career paths, especially in entertainment industry where you have to stay connected to your fans in order to stay relevant as an actor, singer, or even performers. And in my case, social media helped me a lot to promote my work and evaluate my work. It's so easy for me to post everything that I do and evaluate my work by reading comments, and also I do live Q&A and read DMs for their response, so it's easy for me to do evaluation as well. And social media is very cost effective to do promotion. For my businesses, all my businesses have Instagram account, and I use that to engage with my customer, and also help me to express my views on certain topic and advocate social issue that I interested in to people.
Thank you. You're an actress, a singer, an author, a philanthropist, and an entrepreneur, but you're only 22 years old. Would you say that social media has helped you to get an early start on your career, and if so, in what way?
So it's a very true indeed that internet and social media are the key factors in how my career has developed this past year, but not the only one though, because but not the whole time. Because I started my career when I was 13 years old. It was 10 years ago. And at that time, social media was just in the early stage until I started my 500 episodes TV series, where Instagram took off so fast and people in industry started to use it. So I think it's safe to say that it's because of my work, and my fans appreciate my work, and then they started following me on social media and becomes my loyal followers. And because I always believe that whatever you achieve in your career and how people acknowledge your success are and should be determining factors of how big you are on social media. For me, it's not just about posting beautiful photos or viral videos or even selling your private life on social media to gain millions of followers. To me, at the end of the day, it's about your work. It's about how you maintain your quality, and if you're good, people will like you, and then automatically will help you to build up your presence in social media or digital. And then after that, you can capitalize on your massive following to boost your career even further.
Are there any topics that you avoid discussing on social media? For instance, do you comment on political events such as the recent elections in Indonesia?
Well, yes, there are certain topics that I avoid discussing with my followers, and actually politics is one of them. Because in my perspective, whoever owns a strong presence in digital or social media, it means they also have a strong influence over their followers or their fans. And this influence is power. And to borrow Spider-Man's wisdom, with a great power comes with great responsibility. So I realize it's my responsibility, though, to always advocate positive things to people, and with a hope, all my messages will always encourage them to be a good people in their own communities. And also, one of my key messages is also how important for us to always value diversity. And that's one of the reasons why I avoid advocating any political messages and openly suggesting support one of the political group or candidates. And also, I have a really young audience, so it's very important for me as influencer to always be careful, like what kind of topic or social issue that I want to discuss with them.
Many are actually too young to vote still, aren't
Yes, like 10 years, 10 years old or 9 or so young. So I really need to be careful every day.
I see. You've also worked with a range of brands and with the Indonesian Tourist Board, as well as various social causes throughout your career. How do you know when you and a particular brand or a particular cause are a good fit?
Okay, so I tend to be selective. So before I decided to collaborate or work with those brands, I make a point that I should learn as much as possible about those brands. Like, I have to know the quality, what it does, is it useful, and more importantly, it has to have relevance to my daily life. Is it useful for me? So when these boxes are checked, then I will feel secure and sure to collaborate with them or work with them. Because I don't want to be advocating a brand merely just to advertise it, but not to use it. Because I always see it important for always be honest in whatever you advocate, including when you commercially promote brands or product, because this is to me part of business ethics.
You also serve as a key campaigner for social causes. You've worked with UNICEF and you've done advocacy campaigns about issues such as cervical cancer in Indonesia. What do you hope to achieve when you connect with a cause like this? Do you prioritize issues that affect, for instance, your age group, or are there other factors involved?
So it has been my key principle to always give back to society, whoever you are and whatever you accomplish in life. And also, I was raised in a family who believes and encourages me every day that whatever I achieve in my life is God's blessing. So it's very important for me to do whatever that I can do to help others. And I also choose social causes that focus on the issue that I believe in or are really close to my heart. And more importantly, I have to know that my involvement can and will make a difference. So with UNICEF, my main focus of work was on anti-bullying campaign in response to the increasing bullying cases that took place not only in school but also on social media. And this issue is pretty close to me because I was bullied when I was in school. But I know my friends, they didn't even realize that they bully me because we were so young back then. But that's my point, though. That's my point why I really want to be a part of this campaign, because I want people to realize, especially young students, to always be careful and aware with what they said. Because one mean word can change somebody's life and leave scar for the rest of that person's life. When I was little, when I was in school, everybody told me that, oh, you're too short, you're too small, something like that, you know. But I was laughing and I act that I was okay with that, but they never know what I felt inside. I felt mad, sad, insecure, I lost my confidence. But then I realized that everybody has their own imperfection, and that's okay to be not perfect because nobody is perfect anyway. So I shouldn't let anybody put a label on me. That's why this issue very important, and I'm so grateful that I can share my story to my fans. And also the other social cause that I have been proudly part of is national campaign of cervical cancer that we launched on 2017. I'm one of the selected celebrity ambassador of this campaign. And this campaign is more focused on community engagement and policy advocacy through digital platform. And this initiative also very important for me because I happen to have an auntie who died because of cervical cancer, and today as many as 50 women in Indonesia died because of this cancer. So this is the worst in Asia, and as a woman, I see this issue as pressing issue that our country faces and needs immediate action from all stakeholders, including government and also us as a part of communities.
So you have a lot of personal engagement with your followers as well. Could you tell us a little bit about how you engage?
Okay, I still reply DMs from my fans, especially when they want to tell their story and they ask me for advice. I still reply because it's important for me to know, and also that's the same thing that I did with UNICEF. I also did live session with my fans, live Q&A, so they can tell me their story that they cannot tell anybody because they feel insecure, and I can give them direct advice.
So even though you're a celebrity, you still find time to respond individually and directly to your
I have to. I have to, because I really want to use my social media for a good cause and to help others.
And what, if any, are the downsides or the negative effects of being having such a large social media presence? Do you ever feel pressure to, say, present your life in a perfect way?
I think everyone here agree with me on social media has almost no boundaries. Like everybody can just open your page and leave a comment, whatever they want to say, and can even publish whatever they wish. So we cannot even filter anymore which one valid information and invalid information. I feel like it's so difficult for me to differentiate between valid information from the fake ones. So I consider that as a downside. And that's why it's important for all influencers to constantly aware of whatever they want to post, from their photos, their videos, even their caption, you know, because I don't want to post something that can mislead people or trigger negative perception. And in today's era, you know, people can just twist your content into negative, and I don't want that. And also, I don't feel that I portray my life in a perfect way. I never try, and I never want to, because I want to stay true to my followers, and I want my followers can see the real me. I consider my social media as my social diary. If you open my Instagram, you can just see random pictures. I even post myself without makeup, after workout, and something like that, because it's so important for me to encourage them that even though I'm a public figure, but I also human, I also have imperfection. So it's okay to be not perfect, and it's important for me to stay authentic.
Do you have a process through which you decide whether or not you should post something, or whether a certain idea or a cause is portrays a positive enough message for your followers?
Oh yes, of course. I have to. Before I discuss about something, I always research, like, is this topic relevant enough to my followers, or is this sensitive or not to talk about, something like that. It's very important to do research before you talk about something, because in Indonesia, like, to talk about some issue is kind of sensitive, so we really need to be careful.
Are there any other public figures or celebrities who you admire for the way that they use their social media for promoting certain causes or for having a strong voice on issues that are important to you?
Okay, well, let me think first. First, I have two in my mind. First one, Leonardo DiCaprio. He's my truly inspiration, especially on how he uses digital influence for a good cause. Every time I see his page, it's remind me how important it is to always take care of our environment, and also what's really happening on Earth right now, and it's important to protect our own home. And second one, probably one of the most followed person on Instagram, Selena Gomez. I'm a big fan of her. Her content teaches me that it's important for you to stay true to yourself. And beauty is not about pretty face, it's not about toned body, it's not about skinny body, but beauty, it's what's in here, always comes from within. And also to me, social media is not a platform to get validation from people. It's a platform to raise your voice on a positive thing and how you can give positive impact to your own society. To me, social media is not to impress people, but to impact people.
And you mentioned Leonardo DiCaprio, who's very vocal on environment and climate issues, which are also very relevant to Indonesia as well, correct?
Yes, I inspired by him. That's why I was a part of WWF campaign. It was World Tiger Day, to raise awareness about tiger conservation. And also, I opened my own restaurant, and right now we're starting to stop using plastic straws, because it's very important. I realize it's very important to decrease the usage of plastic in order to protect our environment.
Great. Well, I've just got one more question for you, and that's about what's next in your career.
Oh, this year is very exciting. I'm going to shoot my new movie. It's actually my fifth features and my third horror movie. And I'm going to shoot my web series with a role that I never played before, and I'm so excited about that. I also working on releasing few singles. I collaborate with international artists from Brazil and also from the US. And I preparing to expand my business. I want to open more restaurant, and also want to rebranding my clothing line. And I'm still a university student, so I have to focus on my education as well. And actually, this week is my final exam week. So after this, I have to study and do my test. Oh my God, a lot going on right now.
Got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really enjoy and happy that I can share my story here. Thank you very much. It's an honor for me.
All right, our next talk will be in Mandarin. So if you don't speak the language, have no fear, simply